How do you serve Django static files correctly? Imagine building a website that loads quickly and looks great on every device. The secret lies in how you serve static files like CSS, JavaScript, and images. When working with Django, a popular web framework, handling static files properly is key. During development, Django makes it easy. If you set your debug variable to true in your settings, PyFile, Django will automatically serve static files for you. Just make sure you have static curl set to the URL path where your static files will be accessible, like static. Also, include static root as the directory where all static files will be collected, usually a folder named static files in your project root. You can add directories to static file steers, which tell Django where to look for static files during development. When you run your server, Django will serve files from these locations without extra commands. But when you move to production, things change. Django itself should not serve static files in a live environment because it is not optimized for that. Instead, you need a web server like Nginx or Apache to handle static files. Before deploying, run the command python manage py-static. This gathers all static files from your apps and directories listed in static file steers and copies them into the directory specified by static root. Then, configure your web server to serve static files from this folder. For example, in Nginx, you add a location block pointing to the static directory and set cache headers to improve performance. If you're deploying on platforms like Render or Heroku, you might want to use a tool called white noise. It allows Django to serve static files efficiently without needing a separate web server. To set up white noise, install it with pip, then add it to your middleware in settings. You also need to specify a storage backend that supports compressed and cacheable static files. For larger applications, consider using cloud storage services like Amazon S3 or a content delivery network. These options can speed up load times and reduce server load. To do this, you set a custom storage backend in your settings and run static to upload your static files to the cloud. To sum up, during development, let Django serve static files automatically. For production, run static, then configure your web server or cloud storage to serve those files. Using tools like white noise or a CDN can make your site faster and more reliable. Following these steps ensures your static files are served correctly, no matter where your application runs.